Hello, welcome back to.
Boop, boop. And you unplugged your controller or mic
Yeah,
or something. Yeah, there you go.
and then welcome back to Doom Eternal.
Welcome, welcome. Get some talcum. Powder.
And we'll grab this.
Okay. I think we've talked about this before. Would you rather be sent backwards or forwards in time?
Forwards.
Forwards. You don't get to pick, but you just get an unspecified forward time. I think I would choose forward too. As much as people romanticize like going back to medieval times or like the 20s or the 80s or wherever the fuck, I just don't think it's gonna do you any good. All it's gonna do is cause problems. If not for the fucking the time paradox shit, then it's just gonna be like living conditions and
You'll
like
need to find a way to activate the power in this
products
part
and
of the
shit
city.
were not good back then.
Yep.
Like, to an extent, you could probably hit, like, a sweet spot or something before things go to shit, but, like, then you're going to leave that sweet spot and things are going to go bad again.
In the hundreds might be fine.
The hundreds?
Like the
Oh. You might
radio
want
waves
to
and
fix
stuff.
your mic, man. It is... Hold on, it's... adjust your mic, it's cutting in and out real bad. Okay. What were you saying?
Is that better?
I can't... I can hear you now. Now I can.
I was just saying that the 1800s would be a pretty decent time to go to if we're going to the past, because
think
by
so?
that point, like they are, like we do have like more proper plumbing
Like
and things
running
like that.
water and basic utilities and shit.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. I've just I don't know. There's something just
Power
that makes
restored.
me feel
You
very
should be able to
worried
continue towards the gate now.
about going back in time. And like the further back you go, the worse it's gonna get. I feel like.
Such indestructible shields absorbs all frontal damage. Shoot behind their shield to destroy them.
And again, there's no guarantee the future will be any better.
Yep.
Kind of just the ultimate gamble, hoping that things get better eventually and people unfuck themselves. But guess we'll have to see. It would be nice to just go see like how things get in the future. But if we could do that, then we'd go, oh well, maybe I can also look at this and do, and then you start getting people like, I want to know the future so I can manipulate the stock exchange, and it's like,
Yep. Which is why the time variance authority is a thing in Marvel.
That's great.
Yeah, anyone goes into the future or into the past that are not authorized technically, then they do show up to deal with that.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's so fucking funny. That's the reason the time police exist. Because otherwise people would go fucking manipulate stocks and bullshit. And perform like Back to the Future shit where it's like, oh, I'm gonna be my own dad, oh no, ah!
Yeah, it's to prevent like paradoxes and things from destroying the known universe, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Where does this take me? Down here. Oh, another one of these. Juan.
Juan? What about Tool? God damn. It's just gave me a really stupid idea for a character. Juan23. So it's like Juan, right? Juan, and then Toothry. Juan23. It's dumb, but shit like that does get me giggling. What do you think the qualifiers are for becoming a sentient ghost?
Intelligence. First of all.
Right. Because it would make sense, like, if there were just tons of ghost animals around, probably wouldn't, I mean, we'd probably be seeing a shitload of ghosts, right?
You would
Especially
need...
in places like Hunter's Lodges. You would need what?
Definitely need, well, yeah, first the intelligence to realize that you are a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, drop more armor. If they're on fire. Cool. Yeah, so that would be the first thing, I assume. To know that you're a ghost. So you can, utilize things
Right.
in some way,
You have to be
shape, or form.
aware that you're dead. That makes sense.
Yes.
So, I have my suspicions on why we don't see, like, any modern... Like, there's no modern-day ghost stories or things like that, right? Because if you hear about a ghost, it's always, like, old Victorian lady or, like, the little sickly child from 1806 or something, right? And I have a funny feeling that it's probably just because people were just fucking hallucinating all the time back in the day.
No.
No?
You know,
What do you think?
banshees.
Right. The old Scottish undead spirit that screams. Yes, I'm aware of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. They were originally like the concept of the banshee came because people overheard cougars in heat. Because the screams
great.
they make sound like bone chilling. Like, well, whatever that fucking thing is, it's probably going to end up killing me. You know?
You guys hear?
Honestly,
Oh, fuck,
yeah.
The ghost is out. The ghost is out. Get inside, quick. I remember there was also something else. I don't remember what it was, but there was a thing where it was like certain buildings would have like fans and things with like just the right low vibrational frequency that would make it so that it gives you a sense of nausea or unease or something. And people would attribute that to ghosts and shit, right? Because how would they know back then what we know now, where it's like, oh yeah, certain frequencies and certain vibrations will make you feel sick.
Alright, let's swap this thing over.
But nowadays, you don't really hear anything about ghosts. There's no ghost stories. And maybe that's also because, you know, we've moved on as a society from things like superstition and stuff.
We haven't.
For the most part. Oh, in some areas, where it's like, if you go to a big bustling city, you're not going to hear about the ghost of old Timmy Johnson, right? I don't know, maybe there are. Maybe there are, like, modern day ghost stories, and I'm just out of the loop.
It's definitely possible.
When's the last time you heard a ghost story?
I'm not sure, honestly. I was trying to think, and I'm just, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Because, I mean, the only time you really hear that is when it's like, oh, gather around the campfire, we're gonna tell some spooky stories. And most of the time, that's just, like, made up shit. Because it used to be, like, cautionary tales, or, like, warnings, or just, I don't know, like, oh, here's a tragedy that happened. And because of that, we think this, blah, 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 right? Like, the mine collapsed, and those miners are all still down there, waiting to be freed.
That is quite the screenshot there.
That does remind me of that one movie, it's called, like, Dead Air or something, where it was like, oh yeah, ghosts all live in the static beyond our TVs, and they finally found a way out, so they start targeting people through electronics and shit, and like anything that can carry a signal, like, can produce a ghost, or the ghost can use.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
It was. It was originally like a Japanese series of movies, and then they tried to like adapt it or something. I think there's always been a thing between like technology scary, you know,
Yeah.
dating all the way back to. Oh, I'm sorry, you were waiting to do this. Go ahead.
See, built eons ago by the Father, first deity of the Makers, the Gate of Devum was used to access the hidden city of Emora deep in the heart of Hell. The Father used the gate to travel into Hell and oversee Emora, keeping personal watch over the Dark City. The portal has been inactive since the Dark Lord was cast down by the Father himself. Now dormant, it requires tremendous energy source to reactivate. When the Father willingly gave up his throne in Urdok, and with the aid of his loyal servant Samur Maker, he was deconstructed into the AI known as Vega. In this form, he obscured himself from the vision of the Dark Lord and maintained close watch over his creations on Earth. The Gate of Devum remains unused and hidden from all who would seek to access the Dark Lord's realm.
I'll be right back. There's dogs barking.
Okay. I'm gonna just go through here and get rid of all this stuff.
Enter.
Oh, that was fun. Anything else around here? Doesn't look like it. So down we go. Whee! Alright, let's see. There's nothing over there. Of course, now I don't need oxygen. For whatever fucking reason. I do like the blood punch. It is satisfying to use. Nothing over there. It's weird. Down we go. Okay, got pots, pans. I think that's an espresso machine. Okay, so this is like a kitchen goods store, it looks like. Interesting. Okay, it looks like I may have missed something. The Chairman's Club, only the best. Corner of 15th and Honor Street. Super sale. Don't miss out on crazy deals. Ah, there it fucking is. Touch. Give me more ammo. Alright. Yeah. All right. So we'll continue this in the next one. Adios.